The next episode, this is when it really starts to get really crazy, the north of the border. Cause man, this is one of the another one of those 30-minute
Uh,
episodes.
so
Was
this one is they go. So this is what I like about this episode is it's kind of like it's getting to like the Al's issues with Earn right now.
yeah, and him
They're
being the
do
manager.
Yeah, it's like they're doing this thing, and while like it's a good payday in Earn's eyes because he's effing homeless.
Yeah, it's a good yeah, facts. I forgot that part aspect because they're not getting paid for this, but Aaron's just pretty much trying to spin it like you can get future gigs because it's performing at some kind of college. And Clark
hmm
County, who is successful in the industry, he's also performing there too. I don't know if he got they didn't say if he got paid, but he was there too. And Clark County's manager is the white Jewish, I ain't
hmm
gonna say white Jewish dude, but the white dude who manages him, and he's getting all the mainstream endorsement deals like the Yoo-hoo commercial and all that other stuff, and he got the soundtrack for the Fast and Furious, like they alluded to in that episode. So yeah, that's when Paperboy is just like, because they thought it was gonna be staying in a hotel, but Earn kind of like finessed it to like save that money from the hotel that he was gonna get for the hotel, and to say it was some random chick that Earn seen who liked Paperboy, and it was really weird because she was just a weirdo, and yeah, she
Like she
escalated.
had that line, like they were like laying in the bed,
Yeah,
and she was
I'm an
like, "I had
alligator.
a
I'm gonna
dream."
eat you.
Yeah.
And did you notice like the feet on the wall? Like when Aldo was looking up at the ceiling, like the footprints, and I was like, you only see when people like those crazy movies like possess spirits and they're like climbing up on walls and shit, like crazy stuff like that. Because nobody's foot is yeah, I was just like, what the fuck, Ern? Yeah, that's just the problems Ern had, and because he also, after the concert, he was like, Tracy was just being security, and I was just like, yeah, can't knock someone from just trying to earn their money. He was pretty much throwing shots at earning his manager, and it
hmm
just comes up more, not at the next episode, but the season finale.
hmm
And yeah, and then it goes downhill because after that, that's when the security guard Tracy, he didn't even really hurt him. He just pushed her.
Well, no way. Well, no wait.
He did
Now
hurt her,
listen,
but she hit him first a few
Tracy.
times. The
I agree
security.
that Tracy did not give a flip about where he was,
Yeah.
but like if Earn was not there to catch that girl, she could
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
died.
facts. Yeah, I forgot
Like
Ern
it's
did
like
that.
two flights of stairs. She could have
Yeah.
like at
And you
least
never
one
know.
flight of stairs, and
Yeah,
then
you
after
can hit your
that,
head.
yeah. So it's like, man,
Yeah, true. But yeah,
Earn
but it
saved her
was
life, like
yeah,
legit.
it was so funny because it was a slow motion. And you could see after he put his face, he was just like, I don't give a fuck about none of this.
hmm
And then Ern caught her, and then Ern the one who gets slapped, and it just backfires on Ern. Because then after that, because she goes to tell her brother, some other people who was at the event, to go to the college. It's a whole situation, and then they had end up leaving, and then they was like, then they come outside and they end up talking. Ern's trying to calm, de-escalate the situation, and then Tracy just comes out of nowhere and hits somebody, so they all just got to get up out of there, and it's just
That
crazy.
was probably one of my favorite Atlanta moments, just them
Yeah,
running around in the
yep,
pajamas
running,
trying to get away.
and then the
And
whole
Irma's like, "Hey, but black people, non-violent."
yeah, facts, and then the whole second part of the show, it was just really crazy, bro, because it's just like
So
the two
now,
different parts of college life.
no,
You get the
and
black
listen,
experience of college life, and you get the white fraternity. So
exactly. And we went to a white as fudge college. We've
yep.
seen
We
these
went to a
people.
PWI.
We've seen these people. Now, I haven't seen
Yep.
anything this effed up, but I've heard stories.
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
heard
For
stories.
the people who want to pledge in frats and stuff, the white frats, or even black frats, anyway, all frats. If you're pledging, they go through some kind of crazy
The
Asian
hazing.
experience, and yeah, there was, bro, the pan shot, they was just smoking. It was just a whole bunch of white dudes standing and covered their
Dude,
head because next to, I was
it
like,
was a trip because it's literally like you see Ern Al on the couch, Confederate
yeah,
flag behind them,
yep, behind them. I was like, this is so funny, bro.
a row of naked guys with like bags over their head.
Yeah,
just the image. That's a poster.
yeah,
Like it's like a
facts. That's really
terrifying
is.
poster.
Facts. And then the only reason why they was there because they just needed to smoke some weed because they was just and try to lay low because they was just trying to get rid from the situation and all
It really
that.
is smart though, because like in they were like, "Oh, we're here for the pajama jam," and the white guys didn't even know what the fudge that was.
Yeah, exactly. Two different worlds, man.
Yeah,
Two different worlds. It just got weirder and weirder, and
and
that's
they
when
danced to the Laffy Taffy.
yep. Oh man.
Dude.
But and then that's when they tried to have some conversation about what's happening with Ern as the manager and some more shit and all that. And that's actually what I was on before we had one of our breaks. I was on now. It's just, man, it's just great. It's just great television all around. I can never just say too much about the show. Not to give it enough praise because, man, it's just great television, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to Childish Gambino, man. Shout out Gambino.
But there's so like after that part when basically uh give me 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Let me restart this camera. Al is like hey, you're not a good manager, basically.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much got to get your shit together. You're trying to take too many shortcuts is what he seemed like. Aaron trying to do it his way, and Earl's trying to really get more paid stuff, and Aaron's just pretty much trying to work his way up to it. And yeah,
But then the next, so I think that's the flip. I think from that point might be the flip for Earn,
yeah,
because the next day is when like he tries to violently get the laptop back from
yeah. The laptop. That's
room,
when he realized he didn't have his laptop, and he wasn't really tripping that they didn't have that close. But the laptop, I guess, that's what had a lot of important emails and probably some of Al's music recorded and stuff he needed.
and probably the most expensive thing he owns
Yeah,
at the moment.
exactly. And this is still harmless earning. Yeah, he was just yeah, just a whole bunch of bad. And then it's the famous. The drive back and it's just like, oh man. Like the first time I seen it, I was like, Ernie, what? He's like, he was getting tired of Tracy because he didn't want Tracy to be in
I
the
felt his pain. I was like, man, I would want to hit Tracy. I would
yeah.
want, but like, and I
But
know
Tracy didn't
people
really
like
do
that.
much of anything. He was besides pushing the girl down the stairs, he helped him get out of the situation.
Yeah, but like in the car though, he just would not shut up. And like
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
definitely a person
yeah.
of like if I'm like stop talking about that thing, just stop talking
Yeah.
about it. And like
Yeah.
he just wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
But granted, oh all right, we got 10 minutes on this. We got 10 minutes on this run. Uh
Yes.
but granted uh he's so annoyed, he's like, stop the car, I'm gonna beat him up. And here's the thing, just looking at them, you can
Yeah, it's
tell.
it wasn't gonna. I was like, oh come on, Art. This is just I
I mean,
guess
I
he
hoped Earn would get a hit.
yeah, he got a few hits, but didn't compared to the damage Tracy did. Nah, he got his ass beat.
After Tracy got him good one good time, he basically had like 4 or 5 more good times.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah. It's a good old fashioned
"Beat."
ass. But Aaron was just trying to pretty much trying to. I guess he was just because at first he didn't even want Tracy to go, and Tracy was there to be security because or they thought they was gonna be in a hotel, but Aaron was like, no, he's gonna be staying with some people you don't even know, some strangers really. So yeah, that was bad. Aaron was just trying to save some money or some shit like that, and yeah.
I think it's the Michael Vick situation all over again. It's Earn
Yeah.
trying to, you know,
Overcompensate. Yep.
yeah, and it's not how he can. But it's funny though because it's like Al is also trying to get him to do more, and I think Ern's just he's struggling with
Yeah.
figuring out how the fudge am I supposed to
I mean,
do.
because he got him to, even though he didn't get paid, he still performed. He was like growing his fan base. So even though you didn't get paid, you can see where Aaron was trying to come from. But yeah,
All right, let's get
we
to
got to go to the next. Yeah, the next few
let's get
episodes.
to FUBU.